Hi, I'm going to be interviewing you today. My name is Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Yash. I'm applying for my student visa.
Okay, great. So, what university did you apply to?
I'm going for Golden Gate University.
Okay. How did you find this university?
Online, I searched about it online on Google.
Okay, all right. And how many universities did you apply to in total?
I applied to 3 universities.
And those were?
The first was Golden Gate, the second was Sacramento State University, and the third was California State University, Fullerton.
Okay, and did you get the admissions for the other two as well, or rejections?
I got rejected from Sacramento State, but CSU I got accepted from, yes.
Okay, all right. And what are you planning to study at Golden Gate University?
I will be studying my master's in computer science.
Okay, all right. And why computer science?
Well, computer science is quite a booming field right now. It's what I have my background in as well. So I've already pursued a bachelor's in computer science, bachelor's of technology in computer science in India. And apart from that, I feel that, computer science is a field that will grow in the upcoming ages. So that's why I want to continue to focus on this field, at least for the near future.
All right, that makes sense. But why would you like to study in the US and not in India? Because I know that there's a lot of good universities also in India. So why are you planning to pursue your education in the United States?
I feel that in the US, essentially, you have a very multicultural environment. So you have a lot of people from all over the globe. And I feel that it's just better for networking. It is important for me to understand the concepts from, I would say, maybe the US side. Right now, I know what they teach in India. And I think even if I pursue a master's here, they will teach the same things almost. I think these are some of the reasons why I would like to pursue my further education in the US.
Okay, and do you have any plans of working in the United States after your studies by any chance?
Not as of now. I mean, I'll see if I get an opportunity. I don't particularly have any plans as of now.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, so you don't have any future plans per se in that case, just to confirm.
In the US, it depends on when I have, when I'm graduating, what kind of offers I have. I'll think about it then. Right now, no plans.
Okay, all right. And how are you funding your education?
My parents are sponsoring me with their savings of 15 lakhs, and I also have an education loan of about 35 lakhs.
Okay, and what do your parents do?
My father is a salesman. He works at one of the MNCs in India. His job is as a sales manager. He manages, a team of salespersons. And my mother is a housewife.
Okay, all right. And what is their annual income?
So their annual income would be somewhere around 15 lakhs per annum.
Okay, and are you carrying the income tax return statements as well, your parents?
No, I'm sorry, officer. I do not have these statements right now, but I can provide them if possible and later.
Okay, and do you have any relatives or family members residing in the United States?
No.
No. All right. Do you have a criminal record?
No, there's no such record, no.
Okay, that's good. And have you ever been denied a US visa before?
No, this is my first time applying for the US visa.
Okay, all right. And have you ever been denied entry in another country per se?
No, this is, again, my first time visiting overseas.
All right. All right, I think I asked enough questions. Unfortunately, you have been rejected. And
Okay.
I'll also explain a little bit more on why you were rejected as well. There was one major red flag in the interview. First of all, I would like to know, how do you think it went?
I think it went well, personally. I thought I answered all the questions very well, very confidently. I thought my finances were sorted. I'm not quite sure why I'm rejected.
Yeah. So first point, small minor point about the finances. It's not a deal breaker, but you're mentioning your finances in lakhs and not in US dollars. Now, I am from the US, so I don't know per se the conversion between rupees to US dollars. So that's very important to always mention it in United States dollars.
Okay.
All right? Furthermore, you didn't have the income tax return statement with you. Now that, again, it's not really a deal breaker, but at the same time, you should always carry these documents with you when going for the interview, should the visa officer ask for it.
Right.
All right, so the major red flag of this interview was the ranking of the university that you're applying to, which is Golden Gate University. So you can also check the US ranking for that as well. The percentage of them accepting students is very, very high. I believe it's about 98%. Thus, that means that they're very easily accepting students into that particular university. Now, you can get a much better university in your own country, which would give me the reason that you're more going to the US for immigration than you would be for study purposes per se. All right? So you can get much better universities in India only. I had another concern regarding the interview, and that is that you were very unclear with your intent after your studies. So you mentioned that you may be open to offers of working in the United States after your studies, and that as a visa officer is a major red flag because this point of interview is for the F-1 visa. It's not for the H-1B, which is the work visa. All right, so that would be the major concerns.
So guys, as you can see, some of the major reasons here were, number one, the finances. You have to quote them in US dollars. It's important you do that so that the officer has clarity about where you're going, what kind of finances you're going to be looking at, because on your I-20 also they're mentioned in US dollars. Another thing that she mentioned was why this university. The ranking is bad. You're going to a bad university. I'm not saying that you would not get accepted, but there is a chance of rejection because you can get into a much better university in your own country in many cases, which gives the idea that you might be going to an easy university just to immigrate, essentially, just to stay there in the US, maybe get a job or something like that, right? So the why this university answer should be very well practiced, I would say. And if you want, you can take a look at this video on our channel, which will tell you exactly how to answer these questions. Especially this one, I think this is something that is answered in every interview, so you don't want to skip it. Finally, while the F-1 visa does have access to the OPT, which allows you to work in the US after your degree, that is not the intent while you're applying for the visa. In fact, the officer's major role is to understand your home ties and that you will come back to your country. So if your intent seems to be that you may take up work in future and you may go down the H-1B route, well, they're going to reject you straight away. So make sure that these pointers are things that you focus on. Again, all of these, every single question that we covered in this interview has been answered separately on our channel. You can take a look at those questions and you can prepare from there. And of course, if you face any issues whatsoever, you can reach out to us on WhatsApp, where we'll be happy to help you in, again, whether it's the visa appointment booking, mock interviews, whatever you need, everything's covered. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you do not get a rejection like me in this interview.